In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu'alaikum, dear friends of Radiance of Islam. I pray this finds you in the best of health and iman, wrapped in Allah's infinite mercy. Today we're diving into a topic that blends awe with reflection: the extraordinary physical statures of the prophets, AS. Have you ever stood at the foot of a towering mountain or skyscraper and felt small? Imagine meeting Prophet Adam, AS, whose height dwarfed even that. These aren't just facts to astonish us. They're divine signs etched into history, teaching us about Allah's power, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the true meaning of strength. So let's walk this sacred path together, from the first man to the final messenger, and uncover the hidden lessons in their heights. 1. Prophet Adam, AS, the colossal masterpiece. The scriptural evidence, a Sahih Hadith in Bukhari, 3326, reveals Prophet Adam's AS height, 60 cubits, approx. 27.5 meters per 90 feet, as tall as a 7-story building. Imagine the Qibla of his Salah. His sujood alone would span multiple rooms. Why such height? Divine blueprint. Allah created Adam, AS, with perfection, a literal and symbolic giant among creations. His size mirrored his role as Earth's first custodian. The gradual decline. Scholars note human height decreased over generations. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Some link this to environmental changes or Allah's wisdom in adapting humanity's physical needs. Lesson: Allah's power. If He can create a 90-foot human, resurrecting us on Judgment Day is effortless. Humility. Even Adam's towering stature didn't prevent his mistake, and his sincere tawbah lifted him higher in Allah's eyes. Second Prophet Nuh, AS, the unyielding mountain of faith, a towering preacher. While exact numbers vary, some narrations, like Tafsir al-Qurtubi, suggest Nuh, AS, inherited Adam's lineage's height, possibly 10 to 15 meters, 33 to 50 feet. Picture a man as tall as a telephone pole, building an ark with his bare hands. The irony of strength. For 950 years, Nuh, AS, endured ridicule despite his imposing presence. His people mocked, "We see you as only a man like ourselves." Quran 11:27. Their lesson? Physical power means nothing without submission to Allah. The flood's aftermath. After the flood, humanity's height decreased further, a possible mercy, as smaller bodies required fewer resources in the post-catastrophe world. The people of Ad and Prophet Hud, AS, when height became arrogance. The Quranic description, Allah paints Ad as unmatched in physicality. Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with Ad, their capital Iram, with lofty pillars, the likes of whom were never created? Quran 89, 6-8. Prophet Hud, AS, the patient warner who stood alone for years. Prophet Hud, AS, called his people, the powerful tribe of Ad, to worship Allah alone and abandon their arrogance. They were giants of their time, masters of architecture, with towering pillars and vast cities, but their hearts were harder than stone. Hud, AS, warned them with compassion and wisdom. Why do you build grand monuments while ignoring the one who gave you strength? Turn to Allah before it's too late. But they mocked him, saying, "You're just a man like us. Where is this punishment you keep warning about?" Divine justice arrives. Allah sent a horrifying windstorm, a roaring, merciless gale that raged for 7 nights and 8 days. It crushed their mighty buildings like sandcastles, sweeping away the entire civilization. Only Hud, AS, and the few who believed were saved. Prophet Musa, AS, the unbreakable leader of miracles. Musa, AS, was no ordinary man. He was chosen by Allah for an impossible mission, freeing the Israelites from Pharaoh, the tyrant who claimed godhood. The strength of Musa, AS, physical power. He was a giant among men, standing over 6 feet tall, some say even taller, with a commanding presence. When he saw an Egyptian beating an Israelite, Musa, AS, intervened with a single strike, not intending to kill, but the man died. This forced him into exile where Allah prepared him for his greatest trial. Prophet Muhammad, the perfect balance of grace and power. While not a giant in height, the Prophet had a presence that filled the room. His companions described him as the Prophet's stature, a perfect balance of physical grace and divine character. When we try to imagine the Prophet Muhammad, many of us wonder, what did he look like? How tall was he? Historical accounts describe him as being of moderate height, around 175 centimeters, 5 feet 9 inches, with a strong, well-built frame, broad shoulders, and a posture that radiated dignity. He wasn't extremely tall like Prophet Adam, AS, or Prophet Hud, AS. Yet when he walked into a gathering, people naturally turned to him. His presence was magnetic, not because of overwhelming height, but because of the light of prophethood in his face, in the grace in his every movement. But here's what truly set him apart. While his physical appearance was striking, the Prophet's character was his greatest miracle. He was gentle, even with children and animals. He was patient, enduring hardship without complaint. He was full of love for his family, companions, and even those who would believe in him centuries later. In a beautiful hadith, he said, "I wish I could meet my brothers." The Sahaba asked, "Aren't we your brothers, O Messenger of Allah?" He replied, "No, you are my companions. My brothers are those who will believe in me without seeing me." Musnad Ahmad. Subhanallah. That's us he was talking about. His love transcends time. Why physical traits alone don't define greatness. Allah's sovereignty could have made all his prophets towering giants, but he chose different forms for each, teaching us that true greatness lies in the heart. Prophet Adam, AS, was 60 cubits tall, yet his height didn't prevent him from making a mistake and repenting. Prophet Musa, AS, was strong and imposing, but his real strength was in his trust in Allah against Pharaoh. Prophet Muhammad was neither too tall nor too short, yet he became the best of creation through his mercy, wisdom, and devotion. Key takeaways. Don't envy people for their looks or height. What matters is taqwa, piety, and akhlaq, character. Don't feel inferior if you're not physically strong. The Prophet taught that a weak but grateful believer is better than a strong but heedless one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and support. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to show your support. I'll see you tomorrow back here on YouTube. Take care of yourself.